All right. Hey, how's it?
Jamal? Hey! Claps!
All right. Hey.
Claps!
Okay.
Well done.
First of all, guys, thanks a lot for attending this show. We're gonna start with the jokes, man. Wow, it's weird. First of all, it's kind of weird because I'm like looking at stuff that's not people. So used to telling jokes with people here, so just bear with me here. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. I'm a huge sushi fanatic. Do we have any sushi fans? We have sushi fans here. Sushi fans are, I love sushi. It's one of my favorite foods. And one time I took my girl out to a sushi restaurant, and all of a sudden I just threw up all over the conveyor belt.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? It was hilariously disgusting. Okay? But the funny thing about it is, you could hear everybody's reaction as my vomit made its way around the restaurant. Yeah. It wasn't even that the sushi was bad. The sushi was great. What it was they were playing Nickelback on the PA system. And if anybody knows anything about music, you know that band is shitty. It's terrible. I fucking hate that band. I love doing comedy. I love being a comic. It's so much fun. I get to do sold out rooms like this all the time.
Yeah, sold out.
It's enriching. It's really fun, but I wish a lot of my non-comedian friends understood me better. Case in point, I had this lady friend of mine call me up, and she was apparently having a bad day. She was like, "Oh my God, Jamal, fuck my life. My ex-boyfriend just called me up and told me that he was going to take our kids away from me if I don't get back with him. He is such an asshole. I don't know what to do. Tell me a joke." I was like, that's not how that works. I was like, I hope I wasn't your first call. Because there was other people she could have called, like a cop, a lawyer. Both of her parents are still alive. That's a 2-for-1 right there. She elected to call a comedian, and by that poor judgment alone, she's losing custody of those children. How that works. I have this thing that I'm going to do on my bucket list when I turn 70. And I'm going to get there. I'm going to live long enough to get there. But when I turn 70, there's something that I'm going to cross off my bucket list. It's going to probably be one of the last things I do on my bucket list. I am going to rob a bank. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? I'm a 70-year-old guy walking in there trying to rob a bank. No, I'm going to rob a bank. I'm going to do this because no matter what the outcome of my heist is going to be, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life in a nursing home. It's one of my biggest fears. Actually, yeah. I have a theory, and here's a theory that I have. I've lived in New York for 17 years. I've moved to Seattle for 6 years, and I moved here because of the interracial dating. Because I love Asians. Okay, my first girlfriend here was a half black, half Asian girl, and she was so hot. She was a 9, but on the Richter scale of crazy, she was also a 9. But our relationship was so toxic. It was bad. It was horrible. Like, her thing was, she would always accuse me of having sex with other people. Like, I would take the trash out. Like, I would take the trash out just because I'm a nice guy. I do things around the house. I would take the trash out. I would waltz back into the house, being like a big man, like, yeah, I did something. And she'd be like, you've been gone for a while. Who were you fucking? And I was like, it's in the middle of the day, and our neighbors have jobs. Who the fuck would I be fucking at this time? Like, there's no way, It's crazy. One time, we had dinner plans, and I showed up 5 minutes late on a date, and she was very mad. I showed up, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm late. And she was like, yeah, you're 5 minutes late. Who were you fucking? I was like, well, on the contrary, I was being fucked by this thing called traffic, and it was fucking everybody on I-5 South, okay? Like, it was raping everybody. Like, we didn't even want to be there. This was just happening. It was bad. It was horrible. Now, now here's the thing. Like, for instance, let's just pretend there's an audience here. Actually, you at home. Let's say that every one of you that are watching right now, let's say that all of you came here where I was at We all took a picture, and I'm just going to assume that there's like thousands of you because why not? I'm awesome, right? Let's just assume that you guys were on stage here and you took a picture of me, and I posted it up on Facebook. 10 minutes later, I would get a phone call asking who all of you people are and be accused of fucking all of you. And yeah, dudes included. Okay?
Who's Mike?
Like, people think I'm banging DP right now when we're not on stage. Okay?
We're still gonna bang later.
Oh no, we are.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we are. I promise. I'm gonna impregnate you actually.
I'm second.
And people ask me like, well, you know what? If your relationship was so toxic, why did you still date her? Cause she was a 9 and I'm shallow, so do the math, okay? Come on, folks. Come on.
I like that.
I like it too.
Threw that in there.
I wrote that. I had an ex-girlfriend call me up because she informed me that she was getting married, and good for her. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Who the fuck cares? Like, why did you call me to inform me of that? You could have just let life happen. I would have never known nor cared. But she called me to inform me that she was getting married, and I'm like, all right, cool, congratulations, whatever, you know. But here's the thing, though. The reason why she called me was because she informed me that her parents are not going to be attending the wedding because they don't even approve of the guy that she's marrying. Good for them, because they liked me. But she wanted to know if I was willing to fly back to New York and walk her down the aisle and give her away.
You're fucking kidding.
I wish I was joking. Guys, this is real shit, okay?
No.
This actually happened.
No.
And I was like, sweetheart, the day that I broke up with you was the day that I gave you away. Like, what? Do you think I want to do this shit twice? But I kind of picture me and her walking down the aisle to that boring-ass organ music. Me eye-banging bridesmaids along the way. Because bridesmaids don't really serve a purpose.
Besides that,
You know, her soon-to-be husband is at the altar, just licking his chops. Can't wait for the honeymoon. But little does he know there's no friction or traction left down there. Because I took care of that while we were dating. Yeah, date a black guy. You'll know what I'm talking about. But then I just present her to him like, there you go. All yours. Sir, I hope she treats you better than she treated me. Her head game, subpar at best. Hope you like teeth. Because there's going to be a lot of that. Now, folks who are watching right now, if you're watching this with your girlfriend and you're not laughing, I'm not trying to fuck your game up. Because I know she's sitting right next to you. Later on, you're going to be laughing, and she's going to be like, what are you laughing about? I'm like, well, you know what, Jamal Harrington has a good point. I mean, you got braces. I mean, that'll fuck my shit up. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, so be sure who you let, you know, who you put in, whose mouth you go into is basically what I'm saying. I'm on your side, guys. Yeah, it's weird. Every ex-girlfriend I've ever had, believe it or not, the next boyfriend that they end up having children, which is great for me, which is so awesome. I'm so happy. Whenever they're like, hey, I finally got pregnant, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure, of course you did, because I'm not doing that. So yeah, and it always happens. Like, most of my girlfriends who ever date me, the next person that they date or marry, they end up having kids, and I'm fine, because I didn't give you what you wanted, so you go somewhere else. You know, go fuck yourself, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because it's just like I dated this one girl, and she was like, hey, Jamal, you know, I dated her, and she was like, hey, Jamal, we're on a date, and she just dropped this bombshell on me. She's like, look, I know I'm not old enough to rent a car, or I have just $500 in my savings account, and we've only known each other for 2 months, but I think I'm ready to have your baby. And I'm like, I'm drinking whiskey, so I'm like, hold on a second. And I'm like, sweetheart, I think we should see other people. Yeah, because the next person you date, I guarantee you is going to give you a baby. Because, no. Not at all. Not at all. There's no way. My Christmas is here. Hey, Christmas is happening.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
How did I jump from one gift, a shitty gift, to another gift? A gift that you got to pay for the rest of your life to something that's even awesome, like Christmas. Like, hey, I got a portable DVD player. I don't have to breastfeed it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love that shit. Like, give me a portable DVD player. I don't have to take it to college. I don't have to worry about somebody saying, hey, your portable DVD player is on academic restrictions. Like, no, I can put my DVD player like in a cupboard and forget that I even have one, and be cool with it. And be cool with it. You can't forget that you have a child. You can't do that to children. You can't put a children in a box and then put it in the basement and be like, I will revisit this 6 months from now. You can't do that shit. That's what I love about DVD players. That's what I love about electronics. Like, I still have a Nintendo that I haven't seen in like 5 years because I got a PlayStation 4. If I feel like being nostalgic, I will go downstairs to the basement, open it up, and be like, oh shit, I have this thing. Oh shit, Zelda! Holy shit! Zelda was a thing back then! And I'll play it because I'm like, oh, and then you know what? 5 minutes later, oh man, I'm so bored. I feel like playing Madden 2015. And then I'll put that shit back in the box and put it downstairs and not worry about it crying later. That's the cool thing about it, man. Yeah, that's life. That's what I love about it, man. Yeah. Portable DVD player. I mean, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I've lost all the women in the audience. I've lost all of them. None of you people that are watching me want to fuck me right now. None of you. You're just like, oh my god, this guy probably has a condom tree in his backyard, and you would be right. Right. Actually, no, I just bury condoms and hoping a tree would grow, but I know where I buried them in case I need to revisit them later. Okay? I did a show in New York once. I've done comedy for 4 years, and I will tell you one thing. I have never paid for drugs at all. And I'm not even famous.
I love how that goes together.
I'm not even famous. Like, I've never paid for drugs ever as being a comic. I've never done a show and somebody said, hey, I got weed. You want to buy some? No, they just give it to me. Dude, I love you. I want to smoke weed with that guy. Like, while I'm on stage, they're like, I totally want to smoke weed with that guy. My girlfriend fucking hates him, but I would totally smoke weed with that guy. And I would smoke weed with you too because I'm not paying. I'd be like, dude, you got Thunderfuck? I will smoke that shit with you. I've never paid for it. One time I was in New York. I did a show in New York. And at the end of this show, this guy out of nowhere comes up to me. And he's like, hey, man, you were fucking funny. I love you. He came up to me and gave me this hug. And then he put something in my hand. And then I stepped back and I looked at it. And I was like, holy shit. Is this heroin? And he's like, yeah, man. I mean, you don't have to do it now. And he said this in this freaky Matthew McConaughey-esque type voice, like Dallas Buyers Club type bullshit. And I'm just like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, man, you don't have to do it now. Just when you go home, you go in your room, you kick back, you sit on your couch, you watch cartoons, and you just chase the dragon, man. I'm like, first of all, I don't need to be schooled on how to do heroin. I've watched Requiem for a Dream 9 times, so I'm pretty good on that. But here's a question that I have for you, good sir. What part of my act suggested that I do heroin at all? Like, I can't just be like, oh my God, I don't do heroin. I can't just give this to a friend. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like, hey man, I don't do heroin, but here you go. Good luck on life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just pass this off on my brother and be like, hey, you do heroin? Because I got some, and I gotta get rid of this shit because I don't do it. Like, what part of my act suggest... I wear Timberland boots, for God's sake. I don't know anybody who wears Timbs that do heroin at the same time. No, that's not a thing in New York. Like, we No, you give that to somebody who has no dreams, no aspirations. People who are probably watching me right now like I could be fucking somebody on Saturday night. You give it to them. You don't give it. I'm a handsome man. I got teeth. Come on. Look at this. No, like, I got a big cock and teeth. What part of it? How do I do heroin? I don't understand that. My God. No, give me weed. I'll be your friend. I'll smoke you out till the cows come home. Give me weed, guys. Don't give me heroin. And don't give me meth, because again, I'm a black guy with teeth. There's no way I'm going to fucking be like, oh my God, that was such a great sold out show that we just did. Yo, pass me that meth, man. Come on, man. Come on. Why are you hogging the meth? Come on, man. Jesus Christ, man. It's like, what the fuck? Yo, give me that shit that smells like burnt plastic. Come on, give me that shit. I don't want my house to smell like awesome. I have friends that do meth. I live in Seattle. I have friends that are like ex-meth addicts. Like, yo, I used to do meth. And I'm like, shit, I'm your friend? I mean, don't get me wrong. I have friends in New York that used to do cocaine that don't do cocaine anymore. But I'm like, meth is a pretty intense drug. I live in Spanaway, Washington. I have fat white women chasing me in a fucking Safeway being like, oh my God, you eat kale? Like, yeah, because, you know, what's your name? I got some friends for you. Speaking of big white women, I had a friend at my job ask me, here's a question I should ask. What did she ask me this question? She was like, why do black guys like big white women? And I'm just like, what kind of fucked up question is that? Like, why are you asking me that? Like, you know my taste in women. How dare you ask me that? How dare you assume that I'm a white woman chubby chaser? That's fucking rude of you. And my question is like, and I was like, here's my answer. It's like, you know what? That's a dumb question. How do you know that when he first met her that she was skinny and he's a great chef? Has that ever occurred to you? Maybe every meal that he cooked, she ate it, she ballooned a little bit, and he still loved her. That's what love is all about. Falling in love with that person no matter how skinny they used to be. I do it all the time. I take the girls that are non-attractive back to the clubs that I met them at, and I trade them in for something younger. That's how you do it. I trade them in for a newer model. Yeah, works out. Christmas is here, and I know I said that like 10 minutes ago. I know, I said Christmas is here, and then I just trailed the fuck off.
What are you talking about a gift or something?
He's like, you know what, it's the holidays, and he mentioned it, but we're waiting for the holiday jokes. Oh my God. Usually at this time of year, I have a holiday wish list. This year, I crossed off world peace and put pony because I'm a realist. You'll get that joke later. Speaking of... So, I'm going to assume that... Did all of you guys do Black Friday? I'm going to assume that all of you guys did because, again, you're here on a Saturday night listening to me tell dumb jokes. Black Friday. I did Black Friday with my mom for the very first time, and it was... Black Friday is like... I don't know why people do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You stuff yourself with food, and then you go and try to grab a TV. I don't know if I can stand that. One time, me and my mom did Black Friday a long time ago. It was the first time we did it, and somehow me and my mom got separated, and we were at I'm not even going to say the name of the store because there were deaths that happened at that store, and I don't want to make them famous for that. But we were at this department store, and we got separated, and when me and my mom met, she was pissed. Somebody fucking took her purse and ran off. And I'm just like, yeah, that was my reaction to it. I'm like, holy shit, who the fuck? this is the place where you would rob people. This makes sense.
Right.
So in a way, I couldn't be mad because I'm like, Mom, to be honest with you, I didn't want to do this anyway. So serves you right. Yeah, you got fucking robbed. I kept telling you, Mom, we could do Cyber Monday. We got credit cards. We could do this in our pajamas. And, you know, you could just be like, I got your gift. And I could be in the other room being like, I got your gift. And everything would be great. But here's the tripped out thing about it. A few months later, she got a call from somebody that said that they found her driver's license in her son's room.
What?
Yeah. And the person that called her was her sister. So basically, my cousin robbed my mom on Black Friday. That's how fucked up my family is on the holidays.
That's horrible.
Jesus Christ.
Horrible.
Horrible indeed. Horrible indeed. So, if you're white, you're lucky. You're lucky on Black Friday and Cyber Monday because you got credit cards. You don't have to go out. I've lived in Seattle for 6 years now. And every time I see something that happens in Seattle that happens in New York, I put my New York face on and act accordingly. Case in point, I'm walking around Seattle, and there's this guy that runs out of a department store with a bunch of blouses. That is such a 34th Street, New York thing right there, right off the bat. And he runs right by me. He even drops one, and I just bend over to pick one up, and I give it to him. I'm like, hey, not your color, but I don't judge. And he takes it, and he darts off. Now, there's this lady that comes out, and she screams, somebody stop him, he just shoplifted from me, or somebody stop him, he's getting away. And I just let this dude run right by me. Now, the lady looks at me, and I can tell she's really pissed off, and I walk up to her, and I'm like, look, miss, I don't think she was mad that I let him run right by me. I think she was mad because I was wearing one of my many Batman t-shirts and let this dude run right by me. Now, I was like, look, miss, this is just a shirt. It represents my favorite superhero, not that I am one. Because nothing is more embarrassing than getting your ass whooped by some blouse-stealing meth head while wearing your favorite Batman t-shirt in the gay district of Seattle. You cannot come back from that. I'm a huge Batman fan, by the way.
Oh, Batman.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Batman fans in here.
Oh,
sure.
dude, I am a die-hard Batman fan. Huge. Am I looking forward to the new movie that comes out? Not really. But I will watch it with an open mind, and then I'll be a faggot and yelp about how much I hate it later. I'm a huge Batman fan. I wear Batman stuff on casual Fridays at my job, and I have this one asshole at my job who's like, you know Batman's not a real character, right? You know he's a fictional character. You know he's not real. I'm a 34-year-old guy that likes Batman. Why can't you let me live? I don't understand that. He's like, if you were getting raped in an alley, Batman wouldn't save you. I'm like, let's analyze this. If I was, first of all, why would I walk down an alley, first of all? I don't even do that shit in the daytime. But let's say I was in an alley getting raped. I would not be screaming Batman. I would start with Superman first and see how that helps. Could you imagine? I was like, I was screaming Batman and nobody came but the police, and so did the guys that were raping me. That's the type of guy that's like, who's divorced because he told his kids that Santa Claus didn't exist, and his wife was like, oh, fuck this. I am taking our kids and I'm divorcing your ass. And we're going to have a divorce party where I'm going to invite all of my friends, and they're going to see who won the suit while you are at some hotel trading baseball cards with other divorcees. Wow. So, a little bit more about myself. I do live in Seattle. I live in Mercer Island. And for those of you who don't know what Mercer Island is, it's a place in Seattle where all the rich people live. And then there's me. Just look at me. Yeah, like, how the fuck does he do that? I know, right? It's weird. Mercer Island's a really weird place. The white people on there look at me like I'm the most unathletic Seahawk on the roster. It's weird. It's almost like when it's like I drove there, I snuck in past the gate, and they were just like, let's win more. People there look at me like, what position does this dude play? He must be on the practice squad or something. One time I was at this bagel restaurant, and wait, bagel restaurant. That's what kind of fucking place has a bagel restaurant? A place where waitresses come by and they just hand you a bagel. Like, no, it was a bagel joint. It's a bagel joint, not a restaurant. You're a fucked up city if you have a bagel restaurant. We have a bagel joint. It was at this bagel joint, and there was this little white 8-year-old boy that approached me, asked me for my autograph while congratulating me for helping the Seahawks win the Super Bowl that season. I wish I was kidding. I'm like, hey, little buddy. I'm all playing with his hair and shit. Who do you think I am? And he's all bashful and shit. He's like, oh, come on, Mr. Browner. I'm like, oh, Brandon Browner. Touche. Doesn't play for this team anymore, but whatever. And it's like, how do you tell a white 8-year-old boy that not all black people look the same? With his father standing there cheering him on. No, seriously. People, help me. Because I've been fucking this up for the past 10 years, apparently. And I'm like, dude, you're about to get your daddy knocked the fuck out with your cute little bullshit. But I was cool about it. I took the pad, I signed John Legend, and let those two figure it out. No casualties. I was recently in Texas, and I was there for a wedding. My best friend, I've known him for 15 years. He asked me to be his best man, and I agreed. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'd love to be your best man. But have you ever had a best friend that is your best friend now, but before you guys met, you were heated enemies? Like he shit in your cereal, and 15 years later, you're like, that never happened. I forgave him. Whatever. You know, we're good friends now. Whatever. You know, like when we first met in science class, I fell asleep in science class, and then I woke up. I had dreads when I was in high school.
You had dreads?
I had dreads. Dude, yeah, man. I was here. Yeah, chicks love that shit.
I bet.
And I woke up to find out that he cut my hair. And I was like, that's fucked up, man. Like, I was pissed. You know, I kind of felt weak, like Samson. I was like, you can't do that, because women in my junior high school love that shit, man. I'm like, oh my God, he's got dreads. I don't know what that is, but it's so cool on him. So to pay him back, we were at lunch, and he went to go take a seat, and I pulled a chair out from underneath him, and he cracked his ass bone, and we got into a fight, and we both got suspended from school. But it's funny how from there we became best friends, like 15 years. I know his family knows mine. We go, you know, high school reunion, you know, Christmases, Thanksgivings. We hung out, and we grew together, and we started, you know, to get to know each other. We became best of friends. So one year he asked me, he was getting married. He's like, hey, you want to be my best man? I was like, it would be an honor. It'd be such a great honor to be a best man. So I go down to Texas. You know, we're hanging out. I got to meet his daughter. She's so beautiful. Little 4-year-old Mexican girl. She's adorable. And she comes up to me and she kind of like grabs my leg, which is kind of weird because I'm like, ew, kids. Get that thing away from me. But you know, she comes and she's like, how do you know my daddy? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so touched that you even, you know, like, this is nice. So I'm like, here, have a seat and I'll tell you. And as she was sitting down, I pulled the chair out from underneath her. And she fell down. And she cried. And I was like, something like that. Why are you crying? Don't tell your dad I did that. Something like that. Oh man, yeah, my character. I had somebody once send me a text picture of their dick on my smartphone.
Oh, good.
I know that happens to a lot of ladies, and they get disgusted by it. And I was like, oh my God, this is someone's dick on my phone. And I knew it was an accident. I knew that wasn't meant for me. You know, it's like,
Right.
I mean, I know I'm a handsome guy, but like, why would you do that? So I figured, you know what? I'll be a bigger man and send one back.
Oh.
And haven't heard from him since. What I'd like to think
That's
happened.
probably the best thing you could do to
Yeah.
somebody who sends you a dick pic.
What I like to
Go
think happened was he saw my dick on his phone, zoomed in, and his phone exploded. It got all foamy and shit. You know, I was like, oh my god. Speaking of texts, I recently got a text from a friend of mine. Well, he's not a friend anymore. He sent me a text message, and it was he sent me a text message about his disgust of me. He sent me a really nasty text message, talked about how much he hated me, how much of an asshole I am. I mean, he's not wrong, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just kind of like, I wasn't expecting this negativity, you know, at 11:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I'm like, your fucking Seahawks are playing. Why are you taking the time out to shit on me? You know? And I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know how to respond to that, so I just texted him, Hadouken. And I hit send. And he sent me a text message, kind of confused, like, what? And I could imagine anybody looking at that, like, what the fuck does that mean? And I texted him back. I was like, I just sent you a fireball, bitch. Your move. And he did not respond. And I was like,
You got him.
I won. Game over. Didn't get a text from him ever again. I don't even know if he's alive. But really think about what I just did there, folks. If you're in a relationship, you should try that. You're out on a town, your girlfriend tells you, hey, you left the toilet seat up. If you're in the military, text back Sonic Boom. She'll understand. But if she texts block, that's the one you keep. That's definitely the one you keep right there. Because she gets it. She fucking gets it.
Block.
Or you can text fatality, whatever. I don't give a whatever game you like, text it. You know, do like, you know what? The skin peel fatality. Take that, whore. You know, whatever. Or just, you know, freeze them and then like rip their heart out and then just throw it at them. I don't care. But do that and I guarantee you, you'll know if she's the one within 2 months or not.
Block.
Yeah. I got relationship advice. Hell yeah. Actually, don't take a relationship advice from me. I'm the worst person to take relationship advice from. I am. I think so. Yeah. Oh, God, I am. Hey, what should I do in this situation? Fuck somebody else. That's always my answer. Oh, fuck somebody else. They're like, but that's cheating. I'm like, yeah, I know. She'll get the picture. She'll get it. Or, you know, if you're, you know, a woman, yeah, go fuck some other dude. As a matter of fact, you can fuck me if you want. We'll videotape it. We'll just show how much of a real friend I am. There's people in this audience that are like, we have to talk on the way back to
Make a
Seattle.
lot of fans.
I'm just telling it how it is, man. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't believe in the art of sugarcoating. I tell you how it is. I go to community college currently. I go to this college called Tacoma Community College. Now, for those of you who don't know what Tacoma is, it's a town that's about 40 minutes away south of Seattle, and it's ghetto. It's ghetto. I'm studying to be a paralegal because it's Tacoma and they need them. And I find that the people in my class only go to my class to find out some information about their personal life. And when they get the answer that they're looking for, we never see them again. We will start from a 40-person class, and I guarantee you by 3 classes, we're down to 12. I'm not even kidding. We're down to 12 people. I'm sitting next to one kid. Kid you not, true story. I'm sitting in a class, and we're learning about submitting. We're learning about evidence. About evidence. You know what I'm saying? Just learning about. We're just learning about evidence. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and it's weird because like, and you know, for those of you who are looking whatever city that you're in, I don't need to tell you what it is, but whatever. So we're learning about like evidence, and this guy was like sitting next to me, and he was like, "So let me get this straight, teacher. If I'm speeding down a highway and a cop car stops me and illegally searches my car and he ends up finding kiddie porn and lotion, I could get that shit suppressed?" And I'm sitting next to him like, why is that your imaginary evidence? Like, why the fuck? Like the fuck? What kind of why would you want that imaginary felony? And I kid you not, 2 days later, we didn't see that fucker again.
He's good.
Roaming around Tacoma, just some evidence suppression.
It's like,
Just like, okay, that's what I needed to know. And he paid his tuition for that class just for that fucking question.
Right.
It's terrible. I work in an office. I'm in sales, and one thing that I don't like about I love my job, but the one thing I don't like about office jobs is the gossip. I hate gossiping. I don't participate in that. I think it's stupid. I don't see what the point is that you're talking shit about a person and then you gotta see them and pretend to be nice. That's fake. I don't believe in that shit. Like there's this one girl who likes to gossip about my job and she's just I'm just like, oh my god, I don't fucking care. One time she comes up to me and she's like, oh my god, Catherine from accounting, she's such a cunt, I want to kick her right in her cunt. And I'm like, so what I do is whenever somebody comes up to me with stuff like that, I turn it around and I turn it into a positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? Catherine from accounting, she's nice to me. She's nice to me. She doesn't call me the N-word in the office space. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's cool. You should get to know her. One time I had this guy come in there and he was like, hey, you see Catherine from accounting? You see that dress that she's wearing? You see that muffin top? That's gross. Who the fuck does she think she's kidding? I wouldn't fuck her if she was the last woman in this office. And I took that and I turned it into a positive. I said, you know what? I would. Like, why not? If she was the last woman on earth, I should fuck her. I'm not gonna jerk off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we might have half ugly, half hot babies. I know my genes will be pulling through, but what are they gonna say? Like, hey, your kid, who's gonna say our kids are ugly? Her? It doesn't make sense. I'd fuck the shit out of the last woman on earth. I'm like, oh my god, you're disgusting. Nobody's around. I hate it when people say that shit. I wouldn't fuck you if you were the last woman on earth. I don't give a fuck. I would. If you wouldn't fuck the last person on earth, you're a fucking homo. And even if you are a homo, try it out. You might like it. You know what? I'm a gay, you're a woman. What are you gonna do? You're gonna try to find some fucking dead skeleton to fuck? In the butt? Come on. It doesn't make sense. I would fuck you. If you were ladies, if you're the last person, I would fuck the shit out of you. Just for something to do. Because I'm not gonna count rocks all day. I'm not gonna look around for survivors. I'm like, you know what? You're here. I'm here. You know what? Let's fuck till the dust settles. I don't care. That's what I would do. It just bothers. And when I'm like, you're a liar because what you're gonna jerk off while you have this unattractive girl running around? You're not gonna tell your friends you fucked her because everyone's dead. You've won. You've survived. She's won. She's like, wow, all those skinny bitches that thought they were gonna live forever, here I am. Yay. I would fuck the fat chick from the Cleveland show if she was the last woman on earth. Because she has something we could ride on together. I get tired of walking sometimes. You know that high-pitched chick that... If she was the last one, I would totally fuck the shit. I would fuck the side of her. Just the one... I would fold her, whatever, and just be like, if you get pregnant on this side, I know it's mine. Like, I would fuck her. I would. It just bothers me that people just be like, if you were the last one, I wouldn't fuck you. What, you don't like Friends? Is that what it is? It just bothers me when people say that. I'm like, you know what? it just makes me want to create some like a virus and that just kills everybody, and I'm immune to it, and I'm just like, well, there's you and Gertrude. Your move, asshole. I'm still not gonna fuck her. I bet you will. I bet your life you will. It just bothers me. That's you ever watch that show, That Last Man on Earth? I would fuck that chick on that show. I totally would. The high pitched chick. Oh my god. I'd be like, oh my. You are the girl of my dreams when I close my eyes, because there's nobody else here except for these other people. But you're here. I would totally. Yeah, I would. I hate when people say that shit. It just bothers me. Especially when they say that to me, like, me? I'm adorable. I'm somebody you dream of fucking. But it's just a dream that's not realized because I won't let you. I sound like a real asshole. I now realize how much of a cunt I am right now. I get it. It's like, wow, this guy's a total douchebag. He really thinks highly of himself. I'm from New York. What do you want from me? Oh my god. I've lived in Seattle for 6 years, and moved here from New York, and people ask me, they're like, oh, you moved here from New York, why'd you move here? Why'd you move here from New York? Yeah. I never have an answer for that. You don't deserve an answer for that. I got priced out the entire state. That's how expensive New York is. Yeah, I lived there, and I moved to Seattle. Yeah, and I do shows in Portland, which I call the Connecticut of the Northwest. Okay? I could not find a ghetto in Portland. I can't. I'm like, where do the black people hang out at? They're like, oh, they play for the Portland Trailblazers. That's it. All the black people practice at the Mocha's at the Mata, whatever the fuck you guys play at. They practice there, and they watch. You want to see a black person? Go watch a game. They even import them so they can play against them. And that's how that works. Yeah, Damian Lillard, yeah. He's a black guy. Best dog, can shoot a three like nobody else can. Great defense. Yeah. I don't understand that. I was like, where are the black people at? Oh, they're probably at the game supporting all the millionaires that are black. Because that's all Portland's going for them. Oh my god. And I'm not shitting on Portland. I like Portland. Everyone in Portland has always been nice to me. It's strange. I don't know why. You're from New York. We like you. We like you. I get it. It's cool. I'm a huge football fan. If we have any sports fans, sound off. You already know that my teams. I love sports. I'm a huge football fan. Football's my favorite sport. It's a sport that I played in high school. I love it. It's great. But for those of you, I live in Seattle, so, as a New York Giants fan, there's teams that I dislike in my division. And those of you who don't like teams in your division or who are favorite sports fans, I'm with you. I get it. Whether you're a Steelers fan, whether you're a Jets fan, whatever, you don't like the other teams in your division. Right. As a Giants fan, however, I hate the teams in my division. Like, I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. I hate them with a passion. I don't like the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what I think about your team. I'm not a huge fan of the Washington casino owners.
What?
Now, yeah, exactly. For those of you who understand that joke and understood it, you should consider yourself the most smartest person in your mom's basement right now. Tap yourself on the back, you know what I mean? I told that joke at a comedy club, and there was a black chick that sat right in front, and I swear she shouted out to me, "That's racist!" And I was like, why don't you shut up and sit in the back of the comedy club where you belong? Now that is racist. I will drink to that. Get your shit together, black chick that yelled at me.
Get your shit together, black chick. Go to the back of the club.
So I've lost all the black audiences
Get assimilated.
It's weird because I've lost all the black audience female members that you didn't have in the first place. And,
I had a few, I think.
They're like, fuck this guy. He had me until he told that joke. No, it's funny. Here's the thing. When I do shows in Seattle and I'm not trying to be racist or an asshole. The majority of my audience is white audiences. Like, a lot of them are just white people that just like black comics or don't even know that I'm there. They just happen to like me. They're like, oh my God, you're really funny. I did the show. I'll never forget it. I did the show. It was a predominantly white audience, and there was a black chick that was there. And at the end of the show, she approached me while I was talking to my other fellow comedians, and they're like, uh-oh,
You're in trouble.
you owe child support. And I'm like, I don't even know this girl. So I know that's not the problem. But she had a private conversation with me, and I'm not going to make it private anymore because I'm going to tell you what she said to me. She was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I was not happy with your performance. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm still going to get a check at the end of the day, so I don't give a fuck what you have to say. But as a comic, I wanted to hear what she had to say. And she said, you know, the racist jokes that you told, I'm the only black girl in the audience, and the racist jokes that you told that all the white people were laughing at, it made me feel uncomfortable. So when she told me that, I immediately did not take her seriously at all. I was like, so do you want to go out on a date or something? Like, I don't understand. Like, do you want me to take you out to dinner so I could hear more about your bullshit about how you hate my act? And she was just like, are you actually asking me out on a date? I'm like, well, yeah, if you will go out with me, I'll go out with you, whatever. Like, where do you like to go? And she was like, first of all, I don't date black guys. Really? I was like, that's not calling the pot the kettle black, huh? I was like, no wonder. So she's not watching, but fuck you. Seriously. She's like, I'm from Charlotte. I'm like, okay, first of all, people from Chicago don't speak like that because I got friends from there. So she was like, I'm black without really the flag. Like, I'm black, but I don't want my friends to know that I'm black. Because she dated a white dude. There was a white dude that was texting her next to her, like he was just pretending to be mad, like, dude, you were really funny. But I can't tell her that because it's going to be an awkward ride home, and I haven't had sex in like 6 months with her because she's so tight. So, shit like that. So, yeah, I've had like the weirdest experiences I got into a car accident with somebody who attended a show after a show. Like, that's like the weirdest fucking thing. Like, I got this fucking dude hit me. And I get out of the car, and I don't know this guy. I don't remember. There's so many people in the audience. I don't like, you know. And he was just like, we're trading car information. He's like, are you okay? Is anybody hurt? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm walking. It's good. And then while we're trading insurance information, he had the audacity to be like, I was just at your show. And I gotta tell you, my girlfriend is really upset with you right now.
Oh, no.
She really didn't like your set, and I gotta say, I wasn't really a fan. And most of you who are watching, and who's like spent that last half hour with me, you'll understand why they didn't like me. If you fucking hate my guts right now. But he was like, yeah, we didn't really like your set. But we're trading insurance information. So my response was, you know what? My neck suddenly hurts right now. You got any more tidbits you want to say? I'm sure I could develop a really cool back injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just some things you should just keep to yourself. You didn't hit me because my act was shitty. You hit me because you don't know how to fucking drive while your girlfriend's bitching at you because you were laughing at my jokes. That was just like the weirdest thing, you know? I'm like, you're about to pay me more than a comedy club just paid me. Yeah, this is what we call an insurance claim, and you fucked up. So I get to show up in a nice little Honda Civic 2009. Thank you very much, audience member.
There we go.
I'm having so much fun right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having so much fun.
That's really what it's about.
I'm gonna keep going. Like what time? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm having so much fun right now. I have ample alcohol.
You do. Do you need a refill?
Please.
Do you need a hit? Oh yeah. Let's get you a little ice too.
Oh yeah. The hospitality here is so amazing.
Yeah.
It's so great. I'm drinking Guinness. This show is not sponsored by them, but I like to give them a shout out. Oh, one more shout out. Susan Jones, you're awesome. You're right. This thing is fucking hilariously fun. Love you. Love Susan Jones.
This comment, yeah. You came recommended by Susan Jones.
Yeah, Susan Jones is amazing.
She's been on the show a couple times.
Dude, Susan Jones is like Susan Jones is she's really nice. I love her to death.
I love her.
I know we're breaking the fourth wall. We're just talking about it in the
I
comments.
love her.
Susan Jones is actually a very nice comedian, and she's really funny. Every time I see her at a show, she fucking murders, and I'm just every time I see her, I think to myself, I want to do that. I want to do what she's doing, and she is just Harris. So Susan Jones, thank you very much. DP is awesome. We're drinking and doing the show, and we're gonna continue this bad boy.
She's great.
Yeah, I love her. And by the way, if you ever see a poster of her, Susan Cupcake Jones, she's a show. She is a delight. She's a show you definitely want to see.
Yeah.
She is so funny, and as a comedy producer myself, Susan, you need to get your schedule straight so I can book you on a show, sweetheart. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to see Susan Jones, by all means, see it. The people that she brings on her show are really funny. So, and just so you know, this is how awesome I am. I get to shout out other comedians that I respect. So yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Comics actually like each other, and I definitely like Susan Jones, and I definitely want to thank her for allowing me to for even just throwing my name out there. Susan Jones is amazing. So
she's great.
So I don't if you don't know who she is, Facebook her. I don't know if she has a Twitter account, but we're Facebook.
Twitter account, yeah.
Susan Jones, Facebook her, Twitter, tweet her, tweet at her. She'll tweet you back. She's really nice, and she's a really good lady. So, so enough of that. That was a nice little plug there.
A little plug for Susan.
Yeah, we're done with that. So now back to the main thing here that we're doing right here. Jokes and all that. Are you guys entertained? Yeah.
Hopefully they're doing all right. They're doing all right. They're enjoying
they seem. I like the fact that as I'm looking right here, I am getting like a lot of.
Those are applause.
I'm getting applause breaks online. And the thing is, I'm so used to hearing them, and that's the energy that I get. But as I'm looking right here, a lot of you guys are giving me applause breaks. A few of you guys, again, thank you very much. You guys are really cool. And if you ever see my face on a poster near you. That means somebody made a mistake and they met the other black guy in your town. They really didn't mean me. They're like, he looks alike, you know?
Same shit.
I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and this is gonna be. I'm probably gonna be an asshole doing this, but I'm gonna do this. Seattle doesn't really have that many black comedians. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You don't. The ones that they do have, they're really funny. They're really hardworking guys, and I love them to death. I love all my brothers and whatever sisters that are in the Seattle scene. There's not that many of us. And even in Portland, there's like again, I don't call Portland the Connecticut of, the Northwest for no reason. There's barely any brothers here. So there'll be times where I will be mistaken for a very well-known black comic in Seattle, and it fucking annoys the shit out of me. I will be in some town where there's like 3 black guys, and they'll just mistake me for the mechanic. I'm like, no, I'm not that guy. I'm just driving through. I'm here getting gas. How the fuck do you think I live here? No, you look like that. You look like you owe me money. Like, no, I don't owe you money. Here's my driver's license. It says that I don't live in your shitty town. I don't live here. But there's times, I've had one guy, and I kid you not, I was at this one comedy show, and I'm probably going to never get booked for saying this, but I don't care. I make my own way. This one comic, white, I shouldn't even say the color of the comic because it's understood. He comes up to me and he's like, hey man, didn't you open for Dave Chappelle 2 weeks ago? And in my mind, I'm like, fuck, I wish. Like, I would have loved to get that call. But I was like, no, it's the other black comic that did that. And that was my answer. And then he told me the comic's name. I'll just say the comic. Courtney Shane Williams. I get mistaken for him more time. And Courtney is so funny. I love Courtney. He's a very funny comic, and I have nothing but respect for Courtney. Right. But I'm at a point now where I get that mistaken so many times to a point where I'm like, Courtney, your ass needs to move. Okay? You're funny. You've been in the Seattle International Comedy Competition so many times. It's time for you to go to New York or LA. I'm sick and tired of your shit, okay? You living in Seattle just really hurts my reputation. Okay? You've made it. Okay? Go away. And it's bad enough I get mistaken. Like, no, don't get me wrong. I kind of, you're Courtney Shane Williams. I'm like, oh my God, I should probably just see how far this can get me until I get an angry email from him saying like, hey man, You're taking spots away from me that are mine. But it's fucked up. I hate it when that happens. I'm just like, no. Like I said before, we don't all look the same. We don't. And don't get me wrong, Courtney, I will say, is a very handsome guy because this is my face. This is me. I don't think Courtney Shane Williams ever gets mistaken for, hey, Jamal Harrington. Who the fuck is Jamal Harrington? Nobody knows who I am. You know what I'm saying? You would have to go, I don't know, 3,000, I don't know, miles to meet somebody who doesn't even know me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Courtney Shane Williams. I always get that. Hey, Courtney, what are you doing here? And I'm just like, hi, and I don't know how to say, hi, I'm Jamal Harrington, without sounding like an ass. Oh, you're Jamal Harrington. You're a mean guy. No, you're a dick because you don't know how to tell between two different black guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I didn't never have that problem in New York. Like, nobody ever walked up to me and be like, hey, Chris Rock, what's up, bro? Like, that shit never happens. Like, nobody's ever coming to me like, yo, Tracy, your back feeling good? Is your back feeling okay? Yeah, you took a really mean hit in that car accident. Like, I never have these fucking problems. You know what I'm saying? No one's ever come up to me and be like, dude, you were great in Empire. I love you in Empire, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit never happens. And I'm just like, and that's why, I mean, I hate people. I just hate people, man. I get mad, you know? Like, hey, man, you killed it at the Key Arena. I was like, dude, I was at home eating ramen noodles that night. Like, Key Arena, I never got the call from anybody from Key Arena to say, like, tell me, what did I do at Key Arena? Oh, dude, you were telling jokes. I'm like, really? I was at Key Arena telling jokes? I was at a shitty open mic in a basement with 3 people telling jokes. There was no way, which is the complete opposite of Key Arena, by the way. That's what I was doing. So it was just like... Can you tell I'm really mad at the Pacific Northwest right now? I get people telling me shit that I wish I did. And it's like, really? I did that in a perfect world? Maybe. But I've never done that shit. I went to Key Arena one time to watch roller derby. That's the only... well, no, that and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but, you know, whatever. But I went to roller derby. I went there to see a roller derby. That's how interesting my life is. You know what I'm saying? I never told jokes at Key Arena. I just want to punch that person in the face just for throwing that at me. Like, dude, I saw you on Comic View. You were hilarious. I'm like, that's still a thing? Comic View is still a thing? I never got the call. I never get these calls. Comic View, if you're still a thing, I fit the description as physically, I'm black. That's all.
That's about right.
Nah, that shit never happens in New York. I never get mistaken. I once got mistaken for one of the Lucas brothers at Union Square, and I'm just like, wow, that's new. And I couldn't be like, yeah, I'm one of those brothers. You caught me in between video games and blogging. Like, that's not. I googled them and I'm like, holy shit, I look like these guys. But they're always together, so how could you, like, did you think that one of them was taking a piss somewhere? I was like, hey, where's your other brother? I'm like, dude, he's in Seattle right now. Oh, really? You guys actually split up and do things on your own? Like, he's got his own life. Like, what are you talking about? I'm sitting there Googling him. I'm like, you mean this guy? These two guys? Well, how does this... I expect that kind of shit from Asian people. You know what I'm saying? I expect that. Like, that makes more sense. You would think that you fucking put us on a boat and brought us here. You would think that you would at least mark us so you would know the difference. Nope. That's not, nope. He used to be Kwame. It's Troy now. I know that because I burnt that shit in him. I branded him. That's Troy now. Yeah. You think in slave days they got us mixed up? No. I kind of find it hard to believe that they mixed us up. No, like, wait, what if you guys are supposed to be inside? Which one of you is supposed to be... Yeah, you know, they never did that. I kind of find it hard to believe that they fucked that up. Okay? I'm sure they found a way to make sure that Toby was Toby because he was hopping along the fucking fields, and to make sure that some black dude named Clay was picking the cotton. Like, they knew the difference. Now I've lost the entire South now.
Now you've lost the entire South. I think if we keep going, you can lose.
Is there even Wi-Fi in the South? Have you guys kept up? Is that a thing now? No. I like the South. I do. I don't like the Denny's in the South, though. They're terrible. Denny's in the South is just bad. I don't know how to... Even in the Pacific Northwest, they're bad, too. Like, if you're black and you go in there with somebody that's not white, you're going to starve to death at a Denny's. Like, that's... Based on my experiences, you are. They're like, oh, my God. Black guy and a Filipino girl? Let's take that family that just looks like they came from church. Yeah, you guys come on up. We're going to serve you guys. These guys look like heathens. We're not gonna. They look like one of them looks like a prostitute. We're gonna let them figure it out.
Prostitute and his pimp. Prostitute and his pimp.
Hey, my Filipino bitch needs to eat. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm sorry. That was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. It's not loud. I shouldn't have said. I recently got, speaking of car accidents, and wow, talk about callbacks. I was actually hit by I was in a car accident. Not the one from this asshole that hit me that came to my show, but I was in a car accident, and I wasn't mad that my car got totaled, then towed away. What really upset me was the guy that hit me. The cops told me that he had 3 Cosmopolitans.
What?
And yeah, because he told him that. He's like, oh, we have 3 Cosmopolitans. And I couldn't help but think to myself, my God, what a pussy. Because if you're going to hit me in a car accident because you were drinking, I want it to be worth my while.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know women that could drink 10 Cosmopolitans and then fight off a rapist successfully. I got hit by... I want to have a story to tell at the water cooler at my job. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get hit by the one guy that watched one too many episodes of Sex in the City. Oh, terrible. Now, for those speaking of, I'm a guy who I don't like my job. And for those of you who do, for those of you who hate their job, seriously, clap it up if you hate where you work. Like, like if you hate where you work, I want to see some like applause. Like you dislike your job, you hate your boss, whatever may be. If you don't like your job, I want you to clap it up like right now. Send me some love.
Hate your job, clap.
Hate your job. I don't care where it is. Like if you hate it, clap it up. I work in a warehouse and I hate it. Like, I really do. The best part of my day is when I clock out. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you guys. I am so with you.
Here it comes.
The best part of my day is when I clock out and I go to a bar and drink violently. Okay? Like, that's just the best part of my day. My day is long. It's shitty. I'm there 12 hours. I hate my life. You know? I treat my job like I'm in an abusive relationship, actually. You know? Like, every time I think about quitting... I think about what else is out there, like what other jobs are out there, and I think about how messed up our economy is. Then I decide to stay.
Oh, that is it's a good metaphor.
Hoping that things will get better. Hoping that my job will quit drinking. For those of you who clapped about hating... For those of you who clapped about hating your job, have you ever hated your job so much you wish you got into a car accident on the way to work? Like you're driving down the highway and you see somebody swerving in their lane because they didn't get any sleep that night. I just drive up right alongside them. Just hoping they would make my day.
Sad.
Well, there's a lot of people here that hate their job.
Yeah, they hate it.
I'm with you, man. I'm so with you guys. Like, have you ever, like, here's one of my favorite things. Like, have you ever had, like, your boss at your job walk up to you and ask you how your weekend was on a Monday? And you're like, my weekend was good. And then you make the mistake by asking them how their weekend was? And it is so awesome. Like, you can't even fathom. They're like, yeah, you know, Took my kids out on a boat. We went on a cruise. You know, bought my son a new Lamborghini. It's his first car. You know, I got my wife like her 5th diamond earring. You know, yeah, stuff like that. And you're sitting there thinking like, wow, I just ate like a record number of ramen noodles while watching Orange is the New Black. Ooh. Like, you know, like their life are way better than yours, and you're like, oh, so that's where my slave payments are going. That's where my taxes are going. You bought you a new car. That's great. That's nice. I hate that shit, man. That's why I never ask. How's your weekend? Great. Conversation over. How was your weekend? You know, I went to catch a Mariners-Yankee game, and then I try to upstage them like my life is better than theirs, but they're like, oh, that's cool. I was at that game, too. I was in the suites. Where were you at? And I was like, I was probably sitting above you. Just with a telescope, just watching the game while you were getting shrimp cocktails and all that other shit, because you're a fucking CEO at my company.
While you're getting blown.
Yeah, right? Here's some baseball cheerleaders, and they don't even exist, and you're getting blowjobs by them. I don't understand. I have Netflix because my biggest fear is being stabbed in front of a Redbox at a 7-Eleven. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me on the ground clutching a wound in one hand. Pitch Perfect 2 in the other. I'm like, it's not mine. I'm doing it for
There's a sequel?
Yeah, there's a sequel.
That's the part that made me laugh. Wait a minute, Pitch Perfect 2?
I wouldn't make that up, dude. There's a Pitch Perfect. Have you seen the first one?
Pitch Perfect 2?
Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, there's a movie. Yeah, well, if
My
you
wife saw it, but like I want something for her. I'm thinking ahead. Like I'm trying to figure out ways to.
Yeah, there's a Pitch Perfect 2.
One.
There is a second one, and
There's
it's at a red box near a homeless person near you. As a matter of fact, if you're lucky, he might even review that movie for you because he stole a portable DVD player from someone's car. You're gonna get that movie for real? You know what I mean? I'll tell you about it for $5. I'm like, dude, I got Netflix. I don't need this shit right now. And you just go away. Yeah, there's a Pitch Perfect 2. I'm pretty sure a 3 will come out because 2 was that popular.
Yeah.
It's that amazing of a movie.
I can't wait to get it for her.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of those guys. Like if I ever go and being that I'm in your home, I've yet to do this, but I'm probably. Do you own DVDs?
Yeah.
I'm that guy that will look through your DVDs and I will judge whether I like you or not. Like I'm that guy. You know, I'll just be like, oh my god, he's got a shitload of DVDs. Like if you have like Dirty Dancing, Pitch Perfect 1, 2, and all that. Like, oh, you don't? Oh, then we're cool, man. Like we can be friends. Like, do you have Reservoir Dogs? Like at all? Like no.
No, because it's sort of it's a classic. Like I almost think like you don't even have to have it. Like
I've
seen it so many times.
You should own the classics.
All right.
I had one girl tell me that her favorite movie was Dirty Dancing, and I'm like,
we're not doing that.
I'm like, I'm gonna get 2 fucks out of you before I get tired of you. And one of them will be while we're watching Dirty Dancing.
I'm gonna get 2 good fucks.
I'm gonna get 2 good fucks, and your sister's gonna call me and be like, why'd you break up with my sister? Because she likes Dirty Dancing, and Patrick Swayze is dead. That's why. Dirty Dancing is her favorite. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that guy who feels like he's an elitist because the movies that he likes is way better. If you're a female and you like Dirty Dancing, that's your thing. But if I feel like watching Pulp Fiction, don't fucking bother me. That's all I ask. If I'm watching Ving Rhames getting raped, I do not want to be bothered. There's a reason why I put this movie in. Because I've seen it 6 times, and I'm like, you know what? We're about to go watch Ving Rhames get raped in this movie, and it's going to be awesome. Do not bother me. Go in the kitchen and make me a pie. Do not bother me. If I'm laughing my ass off, that's because I'm having such a great time watching Pulp Fiction. Oh my god.
He just saw chat. He just looked at chat.
No, I like Patrick Swayze. I'm not shitting on him at all. Patrick Swayze is awesome. Roadhouse! Yeah!
Did he pull out somebody's heart or something?
In the movie?
I've never seen Roadhouse.
I've seen parts of it, but I'm like...
Did he pull out somebody's heart?
Oh my god, if he so did, I'm so gonna watch this movie.
Did he pull out somebody's heart?
Did he pull out somebody's fucking heart in Roadhouse?
Or am I thinking of something else? Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Oh man, no, I'm not even mad that you interrupted to ask that question. No, you're not ruining myself. Like, yo, did Patrick Swayze rip somebody's heart out in Roadhouse?
Didn't he rip somebody's heart out? I'm not sure if he did.
Oh man, if he did,
I don't know.
if Patrick Swayze ripped somebody's heart out in Roadhouse, send us that link so we can watch it over and over and over again. I would totally. Oh my god, that is so.
Like he did,
dude, if he did, that is so rewind worthy. I would not even watch the rest of the movie. Like, dude, he just ripped somebody's fucking heart out with his bare. Do you know how hard that is? Because there's like ribs and shit here. Like, he had to literally Superman the shit out of somebody.
No, you're correct, but throat.
Oh.
He ripped somebody's throat out.
Okay.
Well, but that's still pretty boss. Like, you ever got in a fight where you grab somebody's neck and pull their throat right out of their body? Never.
I've thought of that, but actually, it's one of those things where after I get into that fight, it's one of the things I wish I did.
Right.
Like, I should have just ripped your throat out. I should have just grabbed you right here and just pulled your fucking trachea out. And then just be like, see, honey, I fought for your honor.
He pulled somebody's throat out.
Dude,
It's not a throat.
Oh, he does rip out. Okay. Well, Peter Griffin Roadhouse.
So he rips out a throat.
Roadhouse.
That's still pretty badass.
Yeah, dude, if you...
Can you link it? Tell him to link it.
Please link that, because I want to see that.
Here's the throat. They got it linked already.
I've never watched the movie. Dude, let's watch this. We're going to interrupt the comedy scene for a second, because I'm going to totally watch this.
I want to see this. So, let's watch this real quick. We're going to be watching this. Hang on. We're going to watch this. He ripped somebody's throat out.
Oh my god, that would be...
I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
Look at this. Uh-oh. Kicks him. Oh, missed. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. I saw the knee coming. Hug a tree. He's going to turn out.
Damn, boy. I thought you were good.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh my god, what a line.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Look at this. Swayze.
Oh shit! Swayze at his prime!
Shit out of this guy.
Oh my god, I'm
Fuck you and your fucking denim.
Yeah, you fucking boy fucker prison.
Denim. Grab him by the hair, Swayze. Kick his ass.
Dude, Swayze was the shit back in the day, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude, he was the shit back then.
He's got a knife. Now he's got a knife.
Old-fashioned way.
No, it's a gun.
Whoa! Fatality, yo! Oh shit! That's a fucking...
Pulled out a dude's throat.
Dude, that's a fucking fatality!
He pulled out a dude's
Oh my
throat.
god, okay, that was... Okay, man.
That was pretty awesome.
That was a fucking fatality
right.
he did.
Wow.
Oh my god, he ripped out this dude's...
Wow.
Thank you very much, whoever sent... Who sent that?
I
Thank you for that. That was actually entertaining, man.
Who sent it? It was Henrik Hellfire.
Thank you very much, man. That was pretty fucking... I'm not gonna lie, that shit was entertaining.
That was good.
That fight scene alone. That fight scene alone... That fight scene alone was worth the price of admission to see that movie, apparently.
Oh, damn.
I used to fuck guys like you in prison. That's probably a line that I probably would kind of be like, how do we make this guy sound tougher than... Like, that's not a line that I would want to... He's like, I used to fuck guys like you in prison. I'd be like, wait. I'd be like, cut.
Wait.
Can
we rewrite that?
I want to sound tougher. Like, can I say, like, dude, I used to murder guys like you. I used to fuck guys like you in prison? Like, is that something to be proud of? To fuck somebody who's done a lesser, shittier crime than you? Like, I murdered people. Yeah, well, I shoplift. Well, I'm going to fuck you between now and when you get released. Your girlfriend's going to know how it feels in the butt. You know?
Fucking shoplifters for years.
Could you imagine, like, when it comes on TV, how they, like...
What would you say? What would that line be?
I used to braid people's hair like you in prison. That would probably how I would dub it. Oh yeah, look at that nice hair. I braid shit like that with guys like you in prison.
Braiding hair in prison.
Or I mean, he said fuck, so they'd probably just be like, I mean, but even the context alone, like, come on, like if you see that movie on TBS, I would probably just like delete that entire dialogue alone. Just be like, hey, there's like 10 seconds of this movie that we're missing here. I'm sure there was something that this guy had to say that was really poignant to the entire plot of this movie.
Right.
Roadhouse. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna watch this movie within a week because that movie looks really good. Like,
and that was pretty awesome.
dude, Patrick Swayze was the shit back then. Like
he's beating the shit out of
dude, he was the shit. Like I watched the old SNL episodes where he's just like doing the Chip and Dale dancing with Chris Farley. It's one of my favorite sketches, and I'm just like,
definitely.
I'm just like, oh my god, both of you guys died way too soon, man. That was like where they're just where Chris Farley's just doing that.
It's funny that most people reference Chris Farley in that you reference Patrick Swayze in that. Is really
Well, because we just watched a cool.
But
like,
it's
dude,
hilarious.
Patrick Swayze ripped the dude's throat out. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a movie, and I know there's a lot of camera, like it's movie magic. But I'm like, the thought of that, somebody was like, dude, how do you want to kill this guy that used to fuck guys in prison? Well, let's just rip his throat out. And that would be, and Patrick was probably like, yeah, I'm down with that.
I'll do it.
Let's do like a couple of takes and see how this plays out. You know, like Patrick Swayze is the man because he wasn't like, can I just stab him in the chest with a knife, like a normal person? No, dude, he ripped the fucking dude's throat out. Do you know what that means? Patrick Swayze had nails in that fucking scene. That's what that meant.
Right. That's good shit. That's good shit.
Thank you very much. Wow. Oh yeah, I'm still doing. Sorry guys, I'm still doing comedy. I'm still like. I still have a boner for Patrick Swayze right now. I'm sorry, dude. Patrick Swayze, dude. Patrick Swayze is the shit back in the day. Oh my god.
It was good though. I mean,
Patrick fucking Swayze. Do we have anybody that do drugs in the cyber world?
Why can't we go straight to that? Patrick Swayze, drugs. Anyone?
We went from Patrick Swayze to drugs to how much of an asshole I am. Let's talk about drugs. Drugs are really cool. Drugs are what makes comics funny. To be honest with you, if you ever see a comic who has like high energy, it's because we did some shit before we got out there, and we did it off of a hooker's tit. Yeah, weed is the drug of my choice. I smoke weed. It's safe. I'm that much of a pussy. Dude, weed is all. I'm the type of guy that I will smoke weed with you, and then later on I'll just be like, yeah, and then I'll fall asleep, and you won't even know I'm still in your apartment. That's how great weed is. Like the first time I did weed, the first time I ever did weed, it was awesome. I was at my mom's place, and we were hanging out. I was in the living room watching TV. And I was putting something in the refrigerator, and actually in the sink. I was putting something in the sink, and my mom was smoking in the living room. Like, and actually she was smoking in the dining room. You know, we're Caribbean, so she's like smoking like a freight train. It's like embedded in our DNA. And she sees me, and she's like, hey son, come sit next to me. So I go, I sit there, and she's just toking away. And she did something that was completely amazing. She was taking a hit, and then she went like this. And I was like, oh my God, you know, me and my mom were bonding, you know. So I took a hit of it, but when I took a hit, I kept the smoke in my mouth, and I was like accumulating a lot of saliva. So when I exhaled, I spit all over my mom's face. Now,
that's
needless to say, she was very pissed off. She took the weed away, she took the joint away from me, and she's like, you know, she was like, you know, you're wasting it. This shit costs money. And I'm like, Mom, like, are you going to criticize or teach? I'm only 8 years old. You know? But when I work in a warehouse now, and the thing is, like, you know, I haven't, between that time and when I was working in a warehouse, I stopped smoking weed for a very long time. I went 5 years without smoking weed because I had a job. And, you know, I didn't want to, like, you know, my biggest thing was, you know, failing a drug test. So, because there's a lot to take when you're taking a drug test. Like, first of all, you have to drive to the place. Like, I wanted to fake a drug test. I didn't want to fake a drug test, so that's why I didn't smoke weed. Because, again, there's a lot of shit involved.
Yeah.
You got to drive to the place that sells the synthetic urine. You got to find the right brand. Because if you buy the bottom shelf shit, you'll fail the fuck out of it. So that's why I buy the top shelf shit. Then when you know, you have to go to your job. You have to go to the bathroom, tie the fake urine around your leg, do all that shit, you know, and I'm just like, fuck all that shit. That's just too much for me. That's why I do shrooms. They'll never find that in a drug test. Could you imagine doing shrooms? Yeah, could you imagine doing shrooms and having to take a drug test? Like how? Could you imagine like, hey, we want you to pee in this cup, and you're like, do you have any nachos? You know, like your boss is like, you know, it's like, I need you to take this drug test. You're all playing with his hair and shit like that.
You don't really need that.
He's like, yeah, you're fired, motherfucker. You are done. It's crazy. I do like I don't get mad when people do drugs. Like I'm just like, hey, if heroin is your drug, do heroin. Just leave me alone afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to meet a guy that just did heroin. Like I don't want to meet you. I don't want to know nothing about you. You know, like if I don't even let people do like that kind of shit in my house. Like, hey, where are all these needles here? Are you a diabetic or something? Like no, right. Don't do that shit in my house because I know I'm not gonna have a house later on because you're gonna rob me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just take you and your, you know what I'm saying? Just go away. Weed is my drug of choice. That's the cool thing about comedy. Most of the comics that I deal with, they smoke weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've never.
That's pretty common, and it's legal here.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you do
it's
coke,
legal in Washington now, dude.
It's legal. Is it legal here?
Washington, Oregon, and Colorado. Yeah.
Oh, Colorado, I definitely. Oh, so you got. way to keep up, Oregon.
Yeah.
Way to hang. Yeah.
John Madden, thank you very much. I see that.
If your state doesn't legalize weed, then you should move to one of those 3 states we just spoke about.
Yeah.
They could.
It's happening. It's happening all over. I feel like it's gonna happen everywhere.
You know what? I think it should have been happening though.
It should.
Like what?
That's why it will.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? Not you people, but the people that are like, weed is bad. Like really? If my kid came up to me and rolled me a joint and smoked it with me, I would be like, you are the best son ever. You could never do any wrong. Like it's just like if he's just like, hey dad, you don't have to roll that up. I'll do it for you. I'll just be like, love you. Yeah, like I would be cool with that. Like if my kid is sitting there doing like this to a fucking syringe, I'd be like, whoa, what music are you listening to? Like that's not. We agreed weed, man. Like you can smoke weed in your room. I'll never bitch about that. But if I see syringes in there and hookers in your room, I'm like, there's a few tests we need to take. And to prove that you are my son, in fact. What do you mean?
Let me check this.
What do you mean, you people? I mean, you people! As in, you people!
Yeah.
I feel like I should be doing more, but it's just...
You do more, like, you can be done anytime. Like,
oh, there's no time limit?
There's no time limit.
Ah, man. Well, hold on.
You can do whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna ask the audience.
Okay.
Are you guys having fun?
They're having fun.
I mean,
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday night.
It's a Saturday night. Yeah, it is. Oh, you know what? I'll do this. Now, I'm one of those guys who, I'll be honest with you guys. I know I'm a handsome black guy. Thank you very much. Thank you. You are good. Oh man. Oh wow. It's like, don't stop, dance monkey. Okay. No, I'm here for you. I'm actually here for you. Hey, I have a question. Do you happen to know how I can stand on it? Yeah. All right.
Right back. I might take a piss while I'm going.
No, that's cool, man. I'm gonna entertain this audience.
Okay.
This is awesome. No, that's cool. No, the floor is cold. So, what else do I want to do? Man, there's like so much I have like rolling in my head that I totally want to do. I'm gonna read some of this stuff here. My mood is great today, thanks despite of the recent stuff. Thank you, Bobby. you probably might not want to. Okay, well, you just farted, so that's cool. You're behind your computer, so I can't smell it. So that's great. No, that's cool. Dance Monkey, you guys are fun. I'm not gonna lie. This is I've never done a show like this before. I know I'm kind of breaking the fourth wall by saying this, but I just wanted to say you guys are actually pretty fun. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of you guys. You guys seem entertained, and I really appreciate it. Like I drove 5 hours to do this. I wanted to do this, and I just wanted to say, even though I can't see all of you, I really appreciate it. You guys are a lot of fun because it's a Saturday. I know DP usually does this on like during the week and whatnot, and he was nice enough to actually allow me to do this on a Saturday. So I mean, I have a day job, so it's one of those things where he was able to maneuver where it would work out for all of us. And I'll be honest with you, I don't whether you like me, whether you don't like me, that's not the case. The case is just you guys are having fun on the time that you're spending right now. And you can toss it over here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I just
there you go.
I'm gonna ad lib a
The
little
floor is cool.
bit. Yeah, I have socks on, and this is a Japanese household. So I took my shoes off out of respect, and I'm sitting on like this cold concrete, and I saw his kids, and I'm like, they don't look half Japanese at all. So like, why are you having me do this? So I'm gonna dance a little bit so I can get the feeling in my feet because this is what I use to pedal and brake when I'm on the highway.
Please remember that Jamal is performing for your tips and donations. You don't have to do that now. You can do it after he's done. But he's performing for your tips and donations. All my tips and donations go to him tonight. You can scroll down on the channel, and you can see where it says donate. You just click it, and you can donate whatever you want. But they all go to him tonight. Please remember that. He's come a long way.
All right. But remember what we talked about tipping. I'm not serving you guys food or anything, so it's like, I'm not.
Full night for Fuck Mountain.
Wow.
You're a full night for Fuck Mountain. You want a piece of Fuck Mountain? Get in here. Get some Fuck Mountain.
That's the song I get.
Yeah, that's the song.
That's the song I get for that kind of generosity.
That's the song. That was a $50 tip.
Oh no, thank you. I feel like Two Life Crew should be playing if that's the case.
That's $50 tip. $50 from somebody.
Thank you.
That was extremely generous.
Gee, I kind of want to unzip my pants to see what I would get if I... No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. This is a kid-friendly show.
Yeah, wow.
Even though I have not said anything kid-friendly
Fuck Mountain.
at all. Thank you.
I'm going to leave Fuck Mountain up.
Is that who that is?
You know what? I'm going to leave Fuck Mountain up. I'm going to let it play. So it's going to... They'll hear it if it goes.
Is that...
it'll interrupt you completely.
Oh, no, by all means. Interrupt away.
It'll interrupt.
Gives me a chance to drink.
All right. So there it is. Fuck Mountain is on.
Was that the person that did that donation?
We'll read that person again.
Oh, well,
But I mean,
shout out to that person that did it. Thank you very much.
$50, yeah. We'll come back there and revisit that.
We should have a drink sometimes. You should tweet me. I'm down here all the time.
Yeah.
I'm down here all the time.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. You. Fuck Mountain. Is that a song?
It's
Is that from
okay, do you know the song oh god, who did it?
Yes, I do know that song. I'm up all night to get lucky.
All night to get lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Up all night to get lucky. Okay, so
that's
me and
how
my
in
partner-
touch.
A full night for Fuck Mountain. You're a full night for Fuck Mountain. You want a piece of Fuck Mountain? Get in here. Get some Fuck
Yeah,
Mountain.
Brecky again. She gave me 20 at the beginning of the show. She gave me another 20. So that's $40 from Brecky. What a sweetheart. $40 from Brecky.
Brecky, swipe right. I love you. Thank you.
Brecky, are you on Tinder?
No.
Brecky, are you on Tinder? Okay.
Hey, Brecky, is that her name?
Brecky.
I feel like I should say something nice about somebody, even though I've never met these people before.
Oh,
so
$40 tip.
okay, so here's okay.
Brecky's wonderful. She's one of my. She's been a long time member of the community, and she's really great.
Okay.
Sweetheart.
Brecky, thank you very much. And I don't know what you do for a living, and I've never seen you before, but I'm sure that you are the envy of all of your coworkers wherever you work, because you are probably the nicest person at your job. So whatever you do, keep doing it. And thank you.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Oh no, I'm sure if DP says you're awesome, I'm gonna take his word for it. Because again, none of you people
A full night for Fuck Mountain. You're a full night for Fuck Mountain.
Now I gotta say something
you
else
want a
about
piece
this
of
person.
Fuck Mountain? Get in here, get some Fuck
High
Mountain.
school friend of Jamal's.
Oh really?
That was a high school friend of Jamal's. It was ATM something.
A full night for Fuck Mountain.
$10.
You're a full night for Fuck
You're
Mountain.
hilarious.
You want a piece of Fuck Mountain? Get in here, get some Fuck Mountain.
Why do I feel
the
like
Fuck Mountain is pouring down
I
now.
kind of have a feeling that
pouring down the mountain now.
that DP's gonna put me in a box and mail me somewhere where I'm just gonna be somebody's like groom or bride or something. Like, you are going to Florida because somebody wants to fuck the shit out of you later. Like, that's what I kind of feel. Like, I feel like I'm being auctioned off. Like, why do I feel like I'm gonna be pulling a plow somewhere in the South later?
That's what we should do. We should auction you off. This guy. Let's auction him off. Yeah, it is loud. It is loud. That's kind of the fun part about this. It is loud. Let's auction him off. Jamal Harrington, how much will you pay for Jamal? No, don't. Put it back on. Put it back on. Put it back on. That's one of the rules.
Oh, really?
You can't do that.
Why did you?
I didn't discuss it with you.
He
I
didn't-
never
he
thought
didn't-
you
he
would
didn't-
take off your shirt.
He never knew I was gonna take off.
I didn't know you were gonna take off your shirt.
Sorry,
But
sorry, guys.
We've
I mean-
stopped it. We've stopped it.
Why are we losing viewers?
I could lose my partnership.
No.
I could lose my partnership.
I put my shirt.
He's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, everybody's actually digging that.
Everything's fine. No. We're good.
You guys should be mad at this. Why aren't you guys angry?
Don't be angry. You saw nothing. Don't
I saw
don't
nothing.
you do it. Don't you tweet anything.
Okay, yeah, you.
He's fine. Everything's fine.
You saw nothing.
You saw nothing.
These people are so awesome.
They're great. They're great.
No.
Don't you fucking do it, you fuckers. They're fucks. They'll do it. Don't you do it. Don't you tweet anything.
So, based on my white T-shirt alone, and what you could possibly
based on the white T-shirt, how much will you give to have Jamal Harrington? You want to maybe do a song?
a song.
You do karaoke or dance? Can you do something like
do you
that?
have a karaoke thing?
Yeah, we can do something like that.
Oh, I love karaoke. Yeah, I would do that.
You want to do something like that? Jamal would do karaoke or dance.
Are you guys into that kind of stuff? Watching a
Oh.
washed-up comic do karaoke?
Oh, fuck yeah. They'll love that.
Really?
They love that.
Wardrobe malfunction. Yeah. Oh boy. Thank God CBS
We
is
can
not
do something.
sponsoring
We can do
this.
something.
We will never have a show again.
There it is. There, ATX Tadpole is the one that donated that last one.
ATX.
And he said it's a friend of yours.
"Oh, cool,
I'll
man.
let him stay in my extra bedroom.
Oh shit. Okay.
that's probably-
I know who that is. Oh.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I know who that. Hey, if it's Jaime Flores, love you. Thank you. Oh, that's dope, man. Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I got people actually representing.
So let's get a song. Maybe a song or a dance he can do.
No, I can't dance. I dance like I have 3 left feet. So there's
Song.
I'll do a song. I'll sing a song. I'll do karaoke.
But we prefer a dance.
Really? I don't know. I'm not. I have the rhythm of a cricket. I have no rhythm, dude.
How can no? Shut up. You got rhythm. You've got rhythm. There's
Wow.
no way you don't have rhythm.
Dude, you
There's
asked.
no way you don't have rhythm. You got rhythm.